Hey guys, what is going on? Kevin Cage back with another Ripple XRP update for today. So, to start things off, we're going to be talking about market capitalization and why it's important and how it accounts for the price of XRP. So, this is a little graph, a little chart that Vijay Vind made last July of 2018. And the reason I want to show this and bring this back to surface is because it's extremely important. And it basically is showing the percentage of XRP holders that will become fiat millionaires at various XRP valuations. And the credit goes to Galgatron for this idea. Great blogger, very blunt, but a very smart individual. Definite follow on Twitter, along with Vijay Vind. Contributes a lot to the XRP ledger, the tip bot. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Very smart guy. So, what I want to show you is this. So we have the percentage of XRP account holders becoming millionaires at various valuations. As we see, probably with 100,000 XRP, you'd become a millionaire at $10 per token. So that's a small percentage, and so on. You can keep going up and see where, the amount you own, and basically in the top 5% is roughly $100. So it really does not take as much as you think to own a lot. So if you own 10,000 XRP, you become a millionaire at that price point. So pretty cool to see. And what Vijay Vind wants to emphasize, let me click this really quick, is right here. This shows that it's still really early. There's plenty of XRP valuation growth possible without it leading to an economically unrealistic amount of fiat millionaires, in my opinion. If the valuation of XRP ever increases to these amounts, I am sure only a small percentage will hodl that long. And hodl is an acronym for hold on for dear life. So basically, this is pretty conservative. It's linear. It's good to see. No big surprises. And it's still entirely possible. And what I want to emphasize is this video I did 2 weeks ago. A $10 XRP does not require much. The truth about inflow and market capitalization. So in reference with JP Morgan's study back in 2017, I believe it was in 2017. Regardless, when the cryptocurrency market cap was valued at about $300 billion, the total net inflow of money that was put into that cryptocurrency market as a whole was only $6 billion. $6 billion was invested, not $300 billion. The $300 billion was the agreed upon price on the order books and the total market capitalization, the agreed upon valuation of the market, even though there was only $6 billion in that market. So it's a whole new ballgame. This is not like stocks. So when someone says, oh, a $10 XRP will, have, depending on how you calculate it, $1 trillion market cap, that's not possible. That's too high. Wrong. This has nothing to do with the traditional models to value assets. All right, so we're going to finish it right here. Is XRP can never reach X amount because market cap. Great website, fudbingo.com. I've covered a lot of this in previous videos, but I want to emphasize this. Right here, Galgatron, you can go to the link right to his blog, read some different articles he's made. And again, market cap is a useless driver to determine anything meaningful. The only thing that matters is the utility of a coin in this speculative market. The crypto market is what we're referring to. People said the same thing when Bitcoin was $2 and even when it was $1,000. $100 XRP. I don't know if this is actually accurate math. Regardless, I don't care if it's 100 trillion valuation for XRP in the future. It doesn't matter. That's the agreed upon price, even if only a fraction of that amount is in the market. Now, it doesn't mean that you're going to be able to sell all of that and get a liquid 100 trillion. However, your net worth can still be extremely high holding those assets, especially if you liquidate them at a certain time in parts. So right here, most coins are locked up. I'd go so far as to say 95% of XRP are actually out of the market's reach. There's a large amount in escrow, especially a lot of banks and institutions are, starting to custody these assets, and they're keeping that, on the down low for the time being. We have exchanges holding large amounts. The top 100 wallets are primarily exchanges. Everyone thinks it's all the Ripple executives, but not necessarily. And therefore, do not contribute to the supply in the context of determining value. That leaves 5%, which is less than 5 billion XRP. And it's only this small pile of coins that everyone needing to procure XRP will be fighting over. The demand part of supply and demand is an aggregate of many forces, a combination of many forces, but those forces all sum together at the point of purchase on an exchange. When demand is greater than supply, the price goes up, and vice versa. Demand for XRP will come from one thing: increasing usage, utility. If I want to send my mother $150,000 worth of XRP, I'll create demand for that XRP. The more people buying their mother's shoe shops, the more demand gets created. And the higher the demand, the higher the price. So you might say, well, as soon as mom sells the XRP I sent her, we have a net zero situation and the price wouldn't change. Yes, you're correct, but if during my purchase, transmission, and mom's sale, someone else needs to buy some liquid XRP, there will be less supply of them available. When there's less supply, the price will be higher. Extend the scenario to where hundreds of thousands of transactions are happening per hour or simultaneously, when RippleNet is truly live and XRapid is launching all of these transactions, even 5% of Swiss network, and you should see that a lot of liquid XRP have been converted to in-flight XRP, drying up the supply and rapidly driving up the price because of scarcity. In other words, the volume of XRP utilization trades where XRP actually leaves one exchange for another for the purpose of value transfer, not speculative trading. That's the key difference. The purpose of value transfer will be what determines the basis for real demand. And it won't pay any attention whatsoever to said market cap. Market cap does not matter in this asset class. This is an emerging technology. This is a valuation model that may change in the future. And right now we're still using the old traditional ways for these digital assets because we do not know other ways to value them at this time. Demand is demand, and it will also be satisfied at any cost. Higher the volume, higher the demand, higher the price. There's less volatility and there's more liquidity. So guys, highly recommend you kind of just go through Galgatron's blogs. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. Again, I would highly just reference this, go through the blogs, and then just look throughout the rest of fudbingo.com. And I just wanted to address that. And remember, closing things out, even JP Morgan researched this. $6 billion were only in the cryptocurrency market when the supposable market capitalization was 300 billion. That is a small fraction. So a lot of people say that cryptocurrency will never be, equivalent to the gold's market cap, whether it's 7 trillion, 10 trillion, 50 trillion, 100 trillion, if it accounts for derivatives and so on. Why not? That's not how much money's actually in the asset class. That's just what we agree upon buying and selling at. That's what the bids are agreed upon. That's all this is. That's all everything is. It's all a social construct that is agreed upon and that is a part of our society. So I just want to emphasize that. Let me know your thoughts. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time.